I'm rediscovering my passion for the guitar. I started playing as a teenager. Got my first guitar when I was, oh man, can't remember how old I was. Probably like 13 or something. Got my first guitar. Started learning on metal music, rock music. I mean, like Metallica, Pantera, Deftones. I think I learned like almost the whole Deftones album, the Adrenaline album. But man, how did I start rediscovering my passion? For one, okay, my younger brother had his guitar at the local music store. He wanted me to go and pick it up for him because he couldn't go pick it up, and they were working on it or something. I picked it up, had it at the house. I opened up the case. Oh no, I didn't open up the case. They showed it to me, right? I looked at it. I was like, dang, look at that guitar. Beautiful looking guitar. And then this was like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago. I forgot about it. And then a couple days ago at open mic number 17 or 18, open mic number 18. It's not just comedy open mic, it's music open mic, or karaoke, all kinds of open mic. There was a guitar there. And I was like, man, and it was so tempting. I saw that guitar and I was like, man, I want to play that guitar. So I signed up just to play the guitar. I was planning to do comedy, but I really wanted to try out that guitar. So I picked up the guitar. I played one chord and I played a 2-octave scale, or is it 3-octave scale? The 2-octave scale, C major. No pick, used my fingers on my right hand. And I was like, man, I was super rusty. And then put it down, did my bits, whatever I came up with. And then I went home. And then yesterday, that was a couple days ago. Yesterday, I went to Guitar Center because I got a new mic right here. But I had to get an XLR cable, which is the cable that runs from the mic to the mixer. And got the XLR cable. And then I was like, you know what? Let me go try out one of the guitars, because they got walls of guitars at Guitar Center, right? So I picked up the first guitar I picked up was a Telecaster, Fender Telecaster, thinking that I was gonna like it because I had a Squier before, right? Squier Telecaster. I like the shape of it, but the neck was like, it's fat. It's too fat. It's weird. So I was like, let me try a different one. And so I went to the good old Ibanez. I've had Ibanez guitar before. I had a 7-string one at one point, 2 7-string, different 7-strings at one point. First guitar I had was a Lotus. It was like a knockoff of a Fender. But I was like, oh shoot, I remember why I liked the Ibanez, because the neck is real thin. So I started playing a few things. The first one I played was a 6-string. And I was like, nah. And then I tried a 7-string. It was like a $1,200 guitar. 7-string with fan frets. And then I was like, let me try a different guitar, maybe a different brand, to see if the neck. I think I picked up a Schecter or a Jackson. Might have been I don't remember which one, but they had a similar neck to the Ibanez that I liked, right? But it was a 6-string, and I was like, man, I really like that 7-string. I really want to try out an 8-string. So just rediscovering my passion for guitar, man, it's sentimental. So I wanted to share that real quick with you guys before I get into some other stuff that I'm talking about. Yeah, so let me see what else I got. So I think I'm probably gonna, on the guitar thing, I'm probably gonna get another guitar, because I don't have a guitar in the house. A lot of people will probably be mad for saying that, because my degree was in music. Classical guitar was my instrument. And at first I thought I wanted a classical guitar when I came, like right now. at this point in time. But then I picked up that electric, and I was like, man, I really want that electric instead of the classical, because I started on electric guitar. It wasn't. I didn't learn classical until I got to high school, and then college. Eventually, it was nothing but classical guitar. Um, yeah, so that's that there. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and I've been in the music for years. I've been in a couple bands. First band I ever been in was called Nihilism. Nobody wants to look back at their first band, right? Like, oh, my first band was this. It's probably some cheesy band that they started out with, whatever. Hey, we all gotta start somewhere, right? Nihilism. Second band was called Wicked Red, which we had this. I had the same drummer in the band, but he was the singer in Wicked Red. And then stopped doing that. And then what else did I do? Got into going to church, and then I started playing bass and guitar at a local church. And then got into college, started learning classical guitar, played classical guitar for years. I learned how to read music, which I think that was an integral part of my musical journey that I'm glad that I learned. You know, they say a lot of musicians don't read music, which is fine. I think a lot of great musicians don't know how to read music. What I say is, like, it won't hurt you, but it will definitely up your game, learning how to read music. Because it's patterns, right? On the guitar, you see it's all patterns, right? You got a scale here, you got a chord here, whatever. It's all patterns. With music, it's patterns, but it's oral, like visual. Not only like it, like the guitar is oral when you're looking at it with your fingers, but music is oral. Oral meaning your ear, right? You got ears, your sight, and your touch, right? Touch is the instrument. Oral is the ear, what it sounds like, and then your sight is what it looks like on a piece of paper. And it all goes back to, like, with that Baroque, like those old school periods where I think it was the Baroque where they invented like the 12-tone piano or something like that, and that's why Bach started doing the partitas and the studies in the different keys that are in the Western music world or whatever. Like, there's a whole history behind why there's only so many tones in the musical alphabet, the musical whatever, the music sphere or whatever. But learn how to read music definitely is a game changer, because you can see it, you can hear it, and then you can play it. Like, it just ups your game totally. You know how to build a chord, you know how to build scales, you know where the chords come from on a scale. Like, if you have a D major scale or a C major scale, you know which chords go where, which are the leading tones, what's the tonic, the subtonic, the dominant, subdominant, you know, all those, the different notes in the scale. How to piece a chord progression together from a particular scale. And that's called music theory. So aside from sight, sound, and touch, you have a theory behind the music. Which notes, like the why and the how, certain notes go together. That's where you get scales, you get modes. And then like jazz, I think is the ultimate music. Because I think jazz is like the ultimate, the pinnacle of music. Because they're like, Western music theory is just like out the window with jazz. There's still like chords, scales, and stuff like that. And those are based off of the Western system. But jazz goes into different keys. It doesn't stick to like a certain key, modulate to one key, like the dominant key for a little bit, and then go modulate back to the original key. With jazz, it's 2-5-1, like in a bunch of different keys, like totally unrelated keys, maybe, a semitone away. Like it's so, like, jazz is so complex. Like when I was trying to learn jazz, like on the guitar, I learned a little bit, but it's like an entire world that if you're not completely and fully immersed in it, like always playing it, then it's hard to grasp. And it's not, I don't, a lot of people don't get it. You know what I mean? I think it's like for the music nerds, you know what I mean? And people that do genuinely enjoy jazz, because there's a lot of key changes, key shifts and stuff like that, as opposed to like your modern radio pop music that is just, most of it is in the same key, like throughout the entire song. It might do a key change, but it's the same throughout the entire song. And then you get into rhythm. Like rhythm, you have your standard like six, waltz rhythm, like a 6/8 feel, like a 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 throughout the song. You may have some key rhythm changes, but for the most part, it sticks to the same thing over and over. You got common time, which is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, right? And then you got you got common time, and then you got the triple time, and those are the main two in pop music that everybody knows. But outside of that type of music, you got odd times. Like Tool is the main one that I'm thinking about. You got progressive rock, progressive metal, where they do like crazy all kinds of stuff, and that type of progressive stuff, it still seems like it kind of sticks to the modal structure of Western music. Although I'm starting to think about like Animals as Leaders, how some of this stuff cannot like strictly be like in one key, you know what I mean? That type of stuff. And the world of music is huge. Like I can't claim to know every single style, but it's out there. You know what I mean? It's out there, and find something that you like and just learn how to play it. Like that's what I did. I liked metal music. I liked Pantera, Metallica. Okay. And it's all I knew. You know what I mean? The people around me were listening to that. My stepmom would listen to that when she was younger. And that's how they got me into that. And I was like, well, this is around me. I'm going to learn this, And then you get into a bunch of different camps like, oh, why are you learning that? You should be learning this, da, all this stuff. And then it just paralyzes you to where you don't want to learn nothing. You know what I mean? And then there's that social game again that I can talk about. You get into that social aspect where social policing, you know what I mean? Social policing is where people want to put you in a box because it may make them look bad. They want to control over you. You know what I mean? So try not to be social policed when you're learning music that you want to learn. If you're learning a song that you want to learn, somebody's making fun of you for learning it, don't listen to them. What are they like? And it's like those people that say that, it's like, what are you learning? Like, what are you doing? Are you actually working on your craft? Most cases like that, you know what I mean? But, so just when it comes to, so I'm getting into a different topic here. I just talked about music for a minute there, but just like getting into being part of society in every like industry circle, what have you, there's always that social policing. There's that negativity, there's that positivity. So we have to learn how to live in those situations and how to be, just ourselves, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm looking at my recording here to make sure it's still recording. It just timed out. But yeah, I'm recording on these. I got the Rodecaster, got the mic, the Shure SM7B, got the camera. But yeah, so I'm going to stop this video. I just talked about music for a minute, and I'm going to make another video maybe make another video, talk about social policing and stuff like that, which is mostly the stuff that I do talk about. And there's something in the background. I want to know if y'all hear that. I'll listen back to that. Anyways, thanks a lot, you guys. Hope that helps. Bye.